Good morning, everyone. It's Miss Vidoli, and what we're going to do today is we are going to talk about an artist named Pablo Picasso. And Pablo Picasso, you might already know him. He is an artist who comes from Spain. He's a Spanish artist. And what he is most famous for is a style of art called Cubism. And in Cubism, what you see is you see all sorts of different angles, like something coming from the front, something coming from the side, something coming from the other side, from the bottom, from the top, all at once. And so the artwork that you see sometimes looks a little silly and funny, or at least it looks a little jumbled. Okay, so first we're going to start by taking a look at one of Pablo Picasso's portraits. And a portrait is simply an artwork of somebody's face, okay? And in this portrait, it's of a woman. And I want you to pay attention to both of her eyes. So first, let's start with the right eye. And if you take a look at the right eye, which way does it look like her face is facing? And if you look at the right eye, it looks like her face is turning off to the side. You can see a side view of the way the eye is drawn. You sort of have that sideways V here, and then you have the curve of the eyeball. So take a look at that for a second. Once you've done that, let's take a look at the other eye. The other eye is not drawn from the side. The other eye is drawn in a way that the person or the woman in the picture is looking straight ahead at you. Take a second and look at that and compare both of the eyes and how they are different. Another thing you might notice is that the outline of the head, when you first look at it, you see the outline of the head as just the regular oval shape that everybody has for their head. So take a look at that. Then what I want you to notice is on one side of the face, on the right-hand side of the face, you can see that it is there's some black along the edge of the face. And along that edge of the face, it almost looks like, or actually it does look like, at the same time that the face is facing forward, the face is facing to the side, where you get the bump out of the nose. And you get what's called the profile, the side view of the face. So just again, like with the eyes, the woman is both looking forward, straight ahead, and to the side. So this is perfect example of what Cubism is. It is showing front, side, all at the same time. Can we really do that in real life? No, you can only see one person from one angle at a time. But that's the fun of art, and that's where we get to be creative. So in just a moment, I'm going to start to show you a drawing version of how we can do this project. And I want to let you know that if you have cardboard or paper, different colored papers or magazines or whatever, and you want to use scissors and cut things out, you can go ahead and cut out the different parts of the face. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you one way to do this with just drawing. So the materials you're going to need just for this, if you're doing this specific drawing project of a Picasso face, is you are going to need a piece of paper. You're going to need something to outline, like a black marker or a pencil or a pen. And then lastly, you're going to need something to add colors. So either crayon, marker, colored pencil, any of those things are great. So I can't wait to see what you create, and let's get started. All right, let's begin our Picasso faces. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with that outline shape for the head. And so we're just going to make sort of like a big U. I'm using my pencil first for this. And I'm just making that U to outline the outside part of the head. Then I'm going to go in the middle of my U, and so I'm going to start at the bottom of the U. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to stop. I'm going to go out, come back in for like a 7, sort of like an upside down 7, or the letter L. That's going to be my nose. And then I'm just going to continue back up. So what we're trying to do is we're going to try to show a face from the side. So right here is going to be one face from the side. So we would want to add a mouth for that. So we're going to do half of a smile. We're going to do the bump down and the curve up. And then we're going to do the bottom lip, bump down, curve up. So we have half of a smile from the side. We can add the curve of that little hook on the edge of our nose and a small nostril. We would want to make this one skinny because it's from the side. We wouldn't want to make it too thick or too wide. The next thing we want to add is the eye. And what you can do is you can decide how your eye goes. I'm going to have my eye so that it's facing that way. So I'm just going to make sort of like the letter V on its side, like it's laying over on the side. Then I'm going to make the top one just a little thicker to be like the eyelid. And then I'm just going to make a curved line here to be that eye, the outside edge of the eyeball. In order to make the eye, I'm just going to curve back up until I hit that previous line. And then I'm going to put a little oval in here, which is going to end up being my pupil, that little black part inside of our eyes. I want to add an eyebrow. You can make it more curved or thicker, however you want. That's up to you. I want to add an ear. Okay. And now what I think I'm going to do is work on the other side of the face. And so for this one, I'm going to start with the eye. And for the eye, I want the eye to be like it's looking straight ahead at me. So I'm going to do it this way. A bump up, really stretched out rainbow line. And then another one on the bottom. You want that almond shape for an eye. And I'm not only going to have this eye looking straight ahead, but I'm also going to have it as if the head was flipped over. So I am going to draw the top lashes on the bottom. I'm going to draw a circle that touches the top and bottom of that eye shape. I'm going to draw another circle inside there to be my pupil. I'm going to put my eyebrow up here. I'm going to make it a little different. Just a little bit. Next, I am going to add the other half of the mouth, and this part of the mouth is looking straight ahead. So I want it to be a little different. It's a lot shorter than this one. And then you can really add anything else that you think is creative. You can design how you want the hair to be. So I'm going to make the head a little taller. And what I'm going to do is I am going to add some hair sweeping across that way. And maybe some that sweeps into that line. I'm going to make some hair coming down this way. I'm going to make some hair coming down this way. And what I'm going to do next is add my neck because our head does not float. And shoulders that go out. You can add any other details that you want. You could design an outfit. You could put jewelry on it. It's all totally up to you. For this ear, I almost forgot that. This ear, I'm going to put it so it's just this way. I want my ear on this side to be different than my ear on this side, because I want to try to show a lot of different angles. Okay, when you're done with your pencil outline, and don't be afraid to make yours look different than mine, you can take something that's darker, like a black marker, which is what I'm going to use, and you're just going to go on top of your pencil lines, and you're going to outline all of them so that you get a nice finished look to your project. And the last step that there is for this project is you can add in color, and you can use crayon, colored pencil, whatever you want. This is just a fun little Picasso portrait trying to show the eyes and mouth and all parts of the face coming from different points of view. So have fun with the colors. Lots of times Picasso was known for lots of different colors, so don't be afraid to paint the face red or blue or green or purple. Have a lot of fun with it. All right, I can't wait to see what you create. And when you're done, make sure you send it to me.